I'm Kelly Windle. I'm playing Sarah Brown in this year's production of Guys and Dolls. My character is a mission doll from the 1940s who's trying single-handedly to convert Broadway and to turn all the gamblers into reformed sinners. But unfortunately, to her detriment along the way, she meets and falls in love with a gambler, and the play goes from there.
Until then, I shall wait. Until then, I'll be strong.
Yeah, I'm John Sebastian playing Sky Masterson. As Kelly mentioned, I'm one of the gamblers, but more a bit of a suave type of guy. You know, picks his bets.
It's a bit cute.
You know, sort of takes the ones that he knows he can win. You know, the risk is all, you know, everybody else's, not his. I guess, you know, over time he takes this bet and falls in love with the girl, and, you know, it's all about convincing her that he's not really what she thinks he is.
Yes, I'll know when my love comes along. When my love comes along.
As a comedy character actor, you know, I don't do romantic leads, so this is kind of, you know, a bit left field for me. But I think one of the great things about playing Nathan is that I can bring in a real sense of comedy to that romance.
If you're looking for action, you're first to spot. Even when the heat is on, it's never too hot. Not for good old reliable Nathan, or it's always just a short walk to the oldest established permanent floating crab game in New York.
Adelaide is a lovable, quirky girl. She's a romantic at heart, and you know, for the last 14 years, all she's done is try to get Nathan to marry her.
From a lack of community property and the feeling she's getting too old, a person can develop a bad cold.
It's the show to do because, look, as Edna Everidge would say, it's full of colour and movement. It's bright, it's entertaining, it's been fun to direct. We've been able to go after detail, nuance, and lie in heavy on the comedy too. So that suits us, suits me particularly fine, and I think it suits the natural movement.
It's fun, you know, and what we've tried to do is create very much a caricature of the show. The characters are very comic, cartoon-like. It will attract a certain audience, I guess, but there's plenty of those people out there that are ready to come in, toe tap, come out singing, you know, something from the show, and know the rest of the songs as well.
I mean, it is one of the classic shows. It's one of the most done shows on Broadway. It's just going to entertain you. You're going to walk out singing a number of songs, humming a number of songs in your head. And the cast is amazing. And of course, being with CLOC, you know, CLOC is producing some of the best theatre you can get around Victoria, Melbourne, Australia. So yeah, come along, have a fun night out, and come out and have a drink with us after the show.
If you want to feel happy, come on.